Let me hear you say, Let me hear you say, poo, 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 poo.
Poo, 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 poo.
From the hallowed halls of a basement somewhere in Milwaukee, we are SlashU.
Here it is. SlashU.
SlashU.
Dun, dun. Another episode.
SlashU. I'm Nick.
And I'm Andy.
That's Andy over there,
Hi.
the good-looking one.
And that's an airplane.
Yes.
That was perfect timing. This is the
was.
music ended. Wow.
There's going to be probably a lot of airplanes going on in this lovely episode.
Yep.
Isn't it 462 episode?
Close. 184.
184. Today in Milwaukee is a beautiful day. It's the Air and Boat Show.
Oh, okay.
So I live
That's
right.
fun.
So I'm obviously the studio that we're in is right next to the lake, and Andy, I had to deal with it all week because they train and practice and stuff.
Yeah.
Sounded like just crazy war zone. Yeah, just nuts. I mean, like F-16 or whatever jets
You hear
flying.
any of them crash?
No,
Okay. I
No.
feel like that would have made the news.
no. I heard one pilot go wee, but that's about
yeah.
it. So
Nice.
that was fun.
So
But
we'll have that scattered in
you'll
the
probably
background
hear
here.
some sounds. We'll point them out, and this will be a fun drinking game. Every time you hear a plane on this episode, you and your partner or you by yourself take a swig.
Take a swig. I know I will with my delicious Montucky cold snack. Not a sponsor.
Me too, with my Headspace 5 milligrams THC grapefruit El Dorado. Hey, so SlashU, I don't know if you've heard, it's a cool little podcast that 6 listeners seem to be really stoked on. So we hope you are too. We talk about campy, old, forgotten, slasher movies made between now and then. We just
Yes.
they got to follow a certain pattern.
There's so
Blood.
many. Yep. Blood, boobs, beer, body
Sometimes
parts.
we get the bubes,
We do get boobs.
not in this one.
Ridiculous drug use. The
Yes.
campier, the cheesier, the
You
better.
guys all love it. You're here
Yeah.
for a reason.
Yeah. That's true.
They're either here for the content or your voice. Because
No.
damn, your voice, man.
Yeah, they're here for your would you rathers.
Hey, you know what? It's still cool to think about people kissing and touching boobs to the sound of our voices. Yeah. Sniffer neck.
If you turn on this podcast to make out, shoot us an email, slashupodcast@gmail.com. Photos. And
That makes us sound creepy.
it does a little bit. Yes, /U_podcast on Instagram and everywhere.
I know we've, got content to talk about. Obviously, that's what we do here, talk about movies. But I got a fun story I wanted to share with you.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I was at the lake. We have a little lake here, and I was paddleboarding and having some fun. My blood sugar started getting low, so I paddled in and hopped on my blanket and had some strawberries and hummus. When I saw these legs walk by, and on this one full sleeve leg was like horror tattoos, and I was like, "Hey, those are pretty rad." And she's like, "Yeah, I know who you are."
What?
And I went, "Wow, yeah." And she's like, "Yeah, you do the podcast /U. I met you at HorrorCon."
Wow.
Letty, if you're listening, it was great to meet you.
Shout out.
And it was fun. Told her
First in the wild sighting.
sighting.
Someone
And
recognized you. That's
hopefully
so
I
cool.
told her that we'll be back in September, which we will be, Milwaukee HorrorCon, September 5th, 6th, 7th.
That's right.
And it was cool. So that was
That's
fun.
really cool.
And showed her the trailer to Murder Cabin.
Yeah.
And, good things happening out there.
That's great. Wow, look at that.
I know, it is fun. Ooh, but when I thought about this, when I thought about this encounter at the lake, it made me think about, a fun Would You Rather.
All right. Lay it on me.
Here's one for you, Andy.
Okay.
Would you rather spooge one sperm the size of a tadpole, or you could just do regular spooge, but they all talk to you?
Jesus Christ. Why is it always R-rated?
I mean, I'll do PG, but okay, so
Yeah.
I thought this was pretty cool. So it's going to be a big one. So when you spooge, it's going to be what? Because
That would hurt.
a tadpole coming out, or you get your normal spooge, and they come out going, "Hey, Andy, what are you doing? What is that? Why
And I
your
can
hand
hear it.
smells?" Yeah.
Oh, my God. I guess I'd rather take the second one because it's not as painful if I must choose.
But then as you're like wiping up your head, no, don't kill us, no! Like every time.
Right, well,
God, no matter where it
they
lands,
just wouldn't do it that often, I guess.
all of a sudden
Sorry, Mom.
you're gonna people in a movie theater are gonna be like, "What's those little voices I hear?"
Why would that happen in a movie theater?
I don't know. You tell me, Andy.
What kind of things? What kind of? Are you painting me as some sort of weird in a movie theater person? I don't go to those kinds of movies.
People at their grocery store. What are those little baby voices I hear?
Jeez, why would it happen there?
Andy and Pierce
Oh man, what would you do
at a daycare center? No, a joke.
Which one would you choose?
Yeah,
Mister comes up with these.
I don't have to choose because I come up with them.
I guess.
No, I know. I joke. A tadpole just for fun because I think it'd be a good thing to talk about. Like, look what just came out of my penis.
That would be painful though.
Yeah, but I mean, you probably
Like
get used
passing
to
a
it.
kidney stone every time.
Maybe like you would gape out. Your penis hole would gape out. So,
Oh God.
you know, so
Yeah,
then they would
you'd never
make
be
it
able to
easier.
hold in your pee.
Yeah, you could because it's not your
Think so?
pee hole that holds in your pee.
All right, this isn't biology. You
We really do have
SlashU.
We really do have to get into this movie because it is a fun one.
Yeah.
From 2022, 1 hour 41 minutes.
She came from the woods.
She comes in the woods.
She came from the woods. Oh, supernatural.
Yeah,
We
this
don't do
one's-
a lot of
but
supernatural
some good
stuff.
kills.
Yep.
From Eric Bloomquist, our friend from Founders Day,
Yep.
when we did a few
was in
episodes back.
February.
February, yeah, it was also a good one. This one was a fun one. Mm-hmm. Now because we really don't do supernatural, so I'm interested to get into it. Very stoked to get into it, but you know what comes first, everyone. I mean, let's just be honest.
What comes first? What is it?
We know what happens.
Tell me what it is.
Who comes first? The Cliff Kill Notes or Nick's Would You Rather? Who comes first? That would be Andy's Cliff Kill Notes. Brought to you by Ventriloquist Dummies. If you want something creepy to hang out in your room or you want to entertain friends at your next party, why don't you grab a ventriloquist dummy and have loads of fun. And now, good old Mr. Damos's Cliff Kill motherfucking notes.
Thank you, ventriloquist dummies. You were looking around the room for a sponsor. You're like, what should I say? Oh, man. The Cliff Kill Notes, a brief summary of the movie so you could follow along in case you didn't watch it. But go watch it. This one's a good one. I think it's a Tubi original. Tubi!
Yes, it is.
I watched it there. So, like you said,
Tubi's killing it. That's all I gotta
Tubi's
say.
bringing it. You know, they got the commercials, but so what? Directed again, like you said, directed by Eric Bloomquist. It's 1987, and another summer at Camp Briarbrook is coming to a close. All the campers are ready to head home, and the counselors are ready to close up camp and cut loose with one last party. Tradition among the counselors involves trying to summon Nurse Agatha, who supposedly terrorized the camp some 40 years earlier with her occult experiments. The ritual has never worked, but Peter McAllister has an idea this year, and it ends up changing everything. The spirit of Nurse Agatha is awakened and begins terrorizing the campers and counselors. Can they stop the horror before it's too late for them all? Find out today on SlashU.
Yeah, I was just thinking as you were doing those wonderful Cliff Kill Notes.
Thank you.
What if people just turn it, like after they get the Cliff Kill Notes, like, okay, I got it.
Doesn't
I heard
matter. We
and
get
they
the
just turn
listen. Thanks. We get the credit for the listen. But hopefully they stick around and
Yeah,
listen to the whole
it would just
episode.
be weird to hear the
Yeah.
Would You Rather and the Cliff Kill and then go,
That's
we
all
put
for
out
me.
we put out another 45, 50 minutes of content here, and you're just going to turn us off when we turn you on? Ooh! Welcome to SlashU!
I love it.
Hey, so this movie
I
starts
just
out...
keep laughing. Okay,
When
that's
when they hear those little spooge talking.
I like the people at the end.
That dude just put just masturbated. A tadpole came out of his dick.
Yeah. This is one of those movies, though, that was shot like 2022 or released in 2022, takes place in 1987.
1987. We got to
Which is
remember
awesome.
that. Yeah, it is. I mean, it is a 1987 movie. I kind of dig that.
Yeah.
But the movie starts with a young girl kind of running in the woods.
Yes.
It's, obviously,
We're going to spoil the whole thing. Forgot to say that.
Yeah, and follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. This little girl runs off into the woods, and she seems to be running from something, Andy. She needs to hide quickly.
Right.
And something creepy hangs from the trees. I had to look it up right away what it was.
It was jars of blood.
Jars of blood.
There's like strings with jars of blood hanging.
Mason jars. Instead of mayonnaise, it's blood.
All around the tree, and she hides like behind some rocks amongst these jars of blood. And what happens is an eerie voice just goes, Heather. super creepy. And then there's like bloody razor blades on the ground. Someone laughs and walks up in the little girl's periphery, and she looks up and screams. And that's the end of that. That's the end of that beginning scene.
Cut right away, present day.
Yeah.
Well, 1987 present day.
Correct. Present day within the movie, right?
Yeah, and this is, we start off meeting our two counselors, Ben and Veronica, Ben and V, if
This
you
is
will.
Ben and Ashley.
Ben and Ashley, you're right.
Yeah.
So sorry, thank
That's
you.
okay. They're interchangeable sometimes.
Ben and Ashley. Ben is our ginger token homosexual, which is great, teaching theater, like.
But in 1987,
not
as widely accepted.
Yeah, which is probably, is unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's the last day of camp. Kids are running around. It's that song party. We're the kids of America.
Yep.
Whoa. And it's a montage of fun, Andy.
Correct. Yeah, music, kids running around. We meet Peter. He's a goofball giving announcements on the PA system. We meet his girlfriend Lauren as well. Isn't there a quick I think it's Mikey corralling the kids into the main hall or whatever, and one of the kids is on crutches. The kids' names aren't important, but there's
not.
One of the kids is on crutches.
That is fun to remember. Yeah, he's another little ginger kid that hurt himself. Yeah, like Andy said, Peter is a jokester. Enter his older brother Sean.
Yeah.
Who's pissed. He's like, quit joking around. You have responsibilities now, Peter. You're not a camper anymore.
Right.
You're a McAllister, which we do find out this camp is definitely like family.
It's a family business.
Family biz.
Yeah.
If you will. Sean wants him to come help him fix the van.
Right. Sean closes up the garage. They're working on one of the school camp buses, like you said. He scolds Peter about goofing off and doing the ritual this year. Peter's gearing up to do this ritual that we're going to learn about. Sean even tells him, hey, man, just let it die. Like, this is silly. Don't do it. And everyone gathers in the main hall for the end of summer skit by the Briarbrook Players or whatever they're called.
That's good.
Is it? Yeah.
Briarbrook Players. I bet that's what they call themselves.
I watched it twice. I'm sure that's what they call them.
The BB Players.
The Briarbrook BBP.
BBP. BBP, short for Briarbrook Players, made a little noise. Sorry.
We meet Heather, which is Peter and Sean's mom.
And I'm going to care. I don't care if I'm going to get in trouble. Super attractive. She's
very beautiful. Yes,
she's and the reason I can say this, and I think it's okay to say this, because she also played that same character in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
The pool scene.
Yeah.
Where like the badass lifeguard, and she's like, hey, and he's like, you're a total babe. But this is the Heather is the mom, and as Andy said, she's kind of corralling everyone to come watch this fucking lame skit the kids are doing.
The kids put on their little play.
Just about Briarbrook, right? It's about,
for the love of our founders, the seed from which the grounds took root. That's how they start.
I've got some seed for you, kids.
Thank you.
Wait, that sounded... I'm sorry.
Big as a tadpole. What?
We're talking about sadpole seeds, about kids.
Oh, yeah, we don't want to...
We're just kidding, CIA.
Yeah, right. We're kidding anyone who's listening from the government. While their little sketch is going on, we meet Danny, who's got the hots for fellow counselor Kelly.
He's actually played by director Eric Bloomquist.
He is, and everyone's sort of nudging him to make your move tonight. This is the last night. Ask her out or make your move. Do something.
Yeah, of course. The last night of camp, brother.
And the kids give him... Quit being a pussy, Danny.
Yeah.
One of the little kids.
Exactly.
Grow some balls, man. Which I thought was really funny. We also meet Kelly and her best friend Veronica.
Yes.
And Dylan. Dylan is the oldest counselor, drinking from a flask.
Almost 30, and you know who they molded his character after?
Who?
Kiefer Sullivan's character in Lost Boys.
Okay, so you're right. He has the same hairstyle. He's got one earring with the cross earring.
That's fucking... right away, I was like,
it's
okay,
just
I
like
get it.
Kiefer.
I mean, it's got to be an Easter egg. Go ahead.
If I am ambitious, I'll edit a side-by-side right here. I'm not ambitious.
I'll make one for you.
Okay, thank you. It's cool because I think while Dylan's drinking from his flask, one of the little kids is like, can I have some? And Gilbert, or Grandpa, the owner of the camp, grabs the flask. He drinks it and he says, Dylan, you're pushing 30. It's time to upgrade the bug juice. Gives him back his flask. And Gilbert takes the stage as the kid's little skit ends.
Let's point out who Gilbert is, Andy. He is the grandfather of Heather. The father of Heather, the grandparents of Peter and Sean.
Right.
The patriarch
right.
of Camp Briarbrook.
Him and his wife founded the camp.
Yes, Evelyn.
42 years ago.
Wasn't important, but.
So he does his big end of summer speech about how proud he is of everybody.
And he sings a weird-ass song, dude.
He mentions his dead wife, their wedding rings, 42 years ever since and he trails off. And he has them all stand, and the kid on stage plays taps on his trumpet.
Yep.
And they sing, "Day is done, gone the sun, from the lakes, from the hills, from the sky. All is well, safely dwell, God is nigh." There, I sang it.
Oh, good, yeah, because it was weird. Like, what a weird fucking song.
I don't know if that's actually the words to taps, but taps is what you play at a funeral.
Yeah,
like,
but
that's
so
what
they would not play that. They would play, like,
No.
you know, for He's a Jolly Good Fellow.
Right, you'd
or,
think.
You know,
a happier song.
like the New Year's Eve song, St. Ogling, augmented reality.
Og Lang Syne.
Yeah, Ogling sang.
Well, the kids are dismissed. Everybody's free to go home for the summer, for the end of the summer.
Yeah, because after the play, you know, everyone's being pushed into the vans. They're taking back. Kids are, you know, either going back to their houses. You know, school's going to be starting.
Right.
Sean is in charge of the theater kids, his bus, because again, since they put on a show, they probably had to get other stuff. So they're probably the last ones.
Last bus to leave.
Last bus to leave. The theater kids, they're off.
Yeah.
But before he leaves, as Heather's, you know, his mom
Talking
to him, Sean mistakenly admits that his grandfather's retiring.
Yep. Whoops.
You know, and also says, "Hey, Mom, you got to be harder on Peter. You know, like he is.
Time for him to grow up."
Yeah, you're letting him get away with fucking murder."
Yeah. There were...
Oh, real quick, I wanted to mention. Do you remember the movie Shawshank Redemption?
Of course.
Gilbert, the grandfather, played that. I can't forget the name, but the kind of the good old boy that had the hair. We'll do a side by side of that too.
I recognize him.
Yeah, he was one of the good guys in Shawshank Redemption. One of the main players. You know, not like, of course. Our
Andy Dufresne
and Morgan Freeman, but you know, he was one of the. He was in the clique.
Okay. Well, good. So once Heather learns that her father's retiring, she's going to go talk to him. There's not much to it. He just says it's time for him to move on. Peter's going to be okay because his girlfriend Lauren is good for him.
Yeah.
You know, just everything will be okay. But it's time for me to hang it up, move on. Cut to a little bit later, and the counselors are at their campfire. They're partying, shotgunning beers.
It's really kind of where we get to meet because the counselors are together. The kids are gone.
Yep.
All-American boy
loose.
Mike, he's kind of like, you know, wears the headband and the high socks, you know, the one that mentioned, you know, that Andy mentioned earlier, Crown the Kids.
Yeah.
And of course, Veronica, you know, kind of sultry.
She likes him.
So they're like, hey, let's dip out in the woods together.
Yeah.
Mike, I would say, is like All-American All-Star, you know, like he would, you know, is that kind of guy.
Dylan, like, hits on Veronica. Dylan hits on anybody.
Yeah, he'll hit on anyone. Like, he even told Ben that, you know, hey, do you think if I tell Ashley that it stirred my soul, do you think she'll suck my dick?
Yeah, Dylan is a chotch.
He is, yeah, no, let's go and say now, Dylan is the worst character in this movie.
He sucks.
And he also played the deputy in Founders Day, which makes sense because they're probably homies, but
sure.
He looks completely different Founders Day.
Okay.
And Peter is setting up his prank, you know, kind of as everybody's kind of making their...
His ritual thing.
His ritual thing.
Yeah. Lauren doesn't want him to do it, but Peter's like, "No, we're going to do it." But before they do it, Ben and Ashley have to go break down a couple more bunks. So
yeah, they have to leave.
Leave.
Yeah, you know, because you know they're dutiful, Ben and Ashley, but
it's important. Ashley,
yes,
they're like, "You're going to miss the ritual," and Ashley takes a pin off of her shirt and pricks her finger and goes, "Agatha, there, you happy?"
Yeah.
And they leave.
Ben does not.
Ben does not do it. That's important to the plot.
And yes, it is. But I do love this too. It's kind of important too. Pizza's going to be on the way. He's going to honk 3 times. Mm-hmm. It's why I brought it up because, you know, it's when dialogue mentions that, it's definitely going to mention that it's going to make a play of the movie as the movie unfolds.
What happened? I don't know what happened in your version of this movie, but here's what happened when I was watching it on my TV. As Ben and Ashley are leaving, Dylan.
Oh yes.
Dylan quick hits on her like, "Ashley,
yes,
your skit moved my soul. You know, so how does it make you feel?" And Ashley says, "Well, actually, Ben wrote it."
Ben wrote it, yeah.
And so, you know, how do you feel about that, Dylan? And Dylan just calls Ben the F word for gay person.
Yeah, but
the subtitle said it for me.
The subtitle said it for me too.
It said F-A-G-G-O-T,
Yeah.
and but the words that came out of his mouth was freak or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, come on, Tubi, what are you doing here?
I noted that to Jody. You know, like
So.
it's weird because even I had to recently write, and I've had to, when you're writing in the past, you have to use words that you don't like.
Oh, for sure. That was something that was said in 1987, unfortunately.
For just a component of a movie, I was kind of disappointed, you know, like because it's real, you know, and then you can't really hide the past. And if you do, I think you're kind of rubbing sticks the wrong way. Is that a new saying? I don't know. If it isn't, I like it.
You just made it.
Yeah. Rubbing sticks the wrong way if you're trying to cover the past.
We shouldn't erase the past. We should learn from it.
Yeah, learn what we did was wrong, so it's wrong.
Right.
So I agree with you. The same thing happened to me.
Right. Anyway.
Yeah. So, but it is. I'm glad you brought that up because I didn't have that in my notes. Okay, we get back to the ritual. Everything is set. Ex vita immortalum.
That's the ritual.
Peter is leading his fellow counselors. He's like, what we've done in the past has not worked. Blood and, you know, when we're trying to resurrect the nurse named Agatha. Mm-hmm. And, so she wants the blood of the youth. So what I'm guessing, they need the blood. They need their own blood. So this is what they need to do. Because 42 years ago, Agatha was kicked out of the camp. She was a nurse hired by the camp, but she was using homeopathic remedies, which got a little too Wiccan, I would say.
A little too creepy. I guess when they kicked her out, she ran, fell, split her head on a rock. This is all according to Peter. And then an eerie calm took over the forest. The campers gathered around her and recited the incantation, which means immortal life. I don't know if it's really Latin for immortal life, but it's ex vitam immortalum.
Well, I'm sure it is. That makes sense to me.
Peter says, well, we've tried that ritual for years, chanting like trying to summon Bloody Mary, but I figured it out. What we have to do is hurt ourselves so Agatha has something to come back and heal. And that's where he gets the idea to everybody prick your fingers. So he passes out needles to everyone. I do like that Kelly is worried, like, are these clean? Because this is the height of AIDS, 1987.
That is
needles,
true.
You know? And she's like, hey, are these clean? I don't want to get some grody disease. Why didn't she just say, I don't want to get AIDS, you know? She could have just said that. But he's like, everything's fine. They're clean needles. So they do it.
Yeah, that's a good point to bring up.
It just made me think immediately. They're all going to prick their fingers with needles, and one of them's worried about diseases. 1987 would have been AIDS.
Yeah, that would have been it.
So they do it. And as the height of the, suspense of this scene, Dylan jumps out of the darkness with a mask on and startles everyone and fake humps Peter. And Peter's like real original Dylan.
I love that trope of everyone jumping out from the woods with a mask on. I mean, how many times have we seen that? As they're telling a story at the very end, someone jumps off with a mask?
Well, when we watch just nonstop camp movies, you're going to see it a lot.
That's been this whole 2 months.
This whole series.
Meanwhile, we cut to Sean. You remember the brother who is driving all the kids home? It's nighttime.
Yep.
And unfortunately, the bus breaks down, and the kids, they just won't shut up.
Yep.
So we meet little Dennis, who is, the young diabetic kid. And he's like, Sean looks at Dennis and goes, hey, do you think you can help me out and cut this, get the kids to shut the fuck up?
Play the quiet game for a little while.
He's like, no, this isn't going to happen. But, I mean, within a second or two, Andy, all of a sudden the silence stops.
They stop.
And he looks back at them, and they're just looking at him.
Sitting still in their seats, looking straight ahead. So, of course, Sean's like, okay, great. They're playing the quiet game. Cool. He gets off the bus. I did like this part. He walks around the front of the bus, and he opens the hood, checks out what's underneath. It must be a radiator issue because it hisses, kind of burns his hand. And he slams the hood down, and you can see inside the bus all the kids are gone.
Gone.
And he gets back on the bus, and he's like, what the fuck? Because they're all gone. And he hears a giggle from the cornfield next to him, and one of the kids goes, he can see me. And he's like, what? And he starts running after him. You hear some giggling, and as the kids run off into the cornfield.
Yeah, Children in the Corn. That would be kind of a cool movie.
Ooh, yeah.
Think about that. That's what made me think of it, man. When these kids are running in the corn, I'm like, what are we watching, man?
It's Children of the Corn, bro.
Right on.
Sean screams and runs after him. We go back to the party.
Nothing seems to have, nothing happened. So they're all partying, and it's time for Danny to profess his love for Kelly, Andy.
Well, maybe just try to get get with her,
Well,
right?
yeah, but I think he actually kind of digs her too. You know?
Sure.
But yes, it is like he wants to profess something.
It's a super
He
cute.
wants to profess his penis in her mouth.
It's a super cute scene where he's trying to teach her how to skip a rock on the lake. Yeah. And when he leans in for a kiss, she rebuffs him. She says there's some guy back home.
Dartmouth, and so...
He's a little pushy here, though.
Yeah.
Come on, Kelly, just let me.
Yeah.
Like...
I took it that he was a virgin, maybe. So he was trying to, that's why you get, I'm not saying it's right, but that's
I thought you were
why he
going
was
to say
getting
incel.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing. If you're men that old and you're a virgin, you're an incel. No, I'm sorry, that came off wrong. But she walks off to talk to Lauren and tell Lauren about what Danny just did.
Yeah.
And about this boy that she's interested. I love the scene, Andy, because as she's talking to Lauren, in the background you watch Danny kind of walking up, and right away at first watch I'm like, what's going on?
I agree.
He's walking up a little, slowly. He bends down and picks something up. And right away, I'm like, is something fucking gnarly about to happen? He keeps walking. When he bends, Kelly looks up at Danny and goes, what are you doing? He grabs a rock, bashes in her head, jumps on top of her, continues to bash, killing her. And all of a sudden, Mike doesn't know what to do, so All-American good boy counselor Mike picks up a knife, stabs Danny in the back. And Danny looks like he's lost his mind. So Kelly and Danny are down in the first annual SlashU first. Those are my dick kill shots of the week.
Dick kill. Shot of the week.
Gotta hear me out. Dick shot kill of the week. Andy, it was unexpected. So the Danny thing really I got, but it kind of tied in. Like, could you imagine, like, I'm not saying Mike and Danny were friends throughout camp, but they probably knew each other. I just kind of felt it might have been difficult to go like, what the hell's your mind is blown because you see one of your people you work with killing someone, and then you have to kill them.
Right. So, Mike strictly did that out of self-defense or defense of Kelly.
This is nothing, but
he's like, Danny snapped, and you're right. He stabbed him in the back. Danny laughed maniacally and turned around and went at Mike, and Mike stabbed him in the chest.
Very appreciated, and thought this would be a good moment to share with you, Andy, and our 4 listeners.
I do like this because we're 30 minutes into the movie, and everyone's freaking out already with 2 deaths.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
I do like a movie that kind of gets right into it fairly quickly.
I couldn't agree more.
So Mike's like, we got to go to the mess hall. The longer we wait here, the worse it's going to get. And Dylan's like, no way, man. But Dylan just sucks. So they all go to the mess hall.
And that's where they meet up with Heather.
Yeah.
And this is where we have our core group now. Of course, we have Peter and Lauren, boyfriend, girlfriend. We have sexy All-American boy Mike, punk dickhead Dylan. And you remember, Ben and Ashley are checking the bunk, so they're not there. But
Veronica's there too.
Veronica's there too. So Heather decides to call the police.
Yeah.
And this is the very Donald Trump moment.
They explain all at once. Danny snapped something when what happened, and Mike had to stab him. Heather's like, I'm going to call the police. The phone explodes.
Yeah, I didn't
in her ear. It's like an electrical surge or something.
Right away, I thought it was a gun. I was like, 87, does a killer have a gun?
No.
Like, I didn't get right away. Like, right away, I thought it was a shot.
Some kind of feedback on the phone, and then the phone on the wall blows up, and the receiver blows up in her ear, causing her ear to start bleeding.
Very supernatural.
They realize, holy shit, Ben and Ashley are still out there. Lauren's like, I'll go get first aid. And Dylan says, there's no threat anymore. Why are we worried? You stabbed and killed Danny. But Mike's like, he might not be dead. Like, it's a small knife, and I stabbed him like
twice
off center. I didn't hit him in the heart. He might still be alive. Peter's like, well, I'll call for Ben and Ashley on the PA system to try to get him. And Mike, Dylan, Veronica, go try to find Ben and Ashley. Dylan sucks so much, it says in my notes.
Yeah, there's like a little skirmish because he's thinking that he's only going because he's like, you just want to get in Veronica's pants. Well, I'm going to go too.
Yeah.
So Dylan, Veronica, Mike head off to... they're kind of looking to help find Ben and Ashley, but first they want to go to the beach.
Right, check on to make sure Danny's dead.
Yeah, and then so like all the chaos, like Andy said, it's all happening now. We cut back to Sean. Of course, he's freaking out. The kids are missing, but he's lucky enough to find a payphone, Andy, where he's able to get in touch with Grandpa Gilbert.
Did you notice? I noticed this second watch when the phone rings at Grandpa Gilbert's house. You can hear background noise. It sounds like he's watching porn.
No!
I should go back and show you later.
Yes!
Because the phone rings, Grandpa Gilbert picks it up, he's in his PJs, and you can kind of hear, oh.
That would be a great thing. I
Awesome.
mean, I could totally dig that.
It's like Grandpa was totally
I
watching
can totally
porn.
dig that.
And he answers and he says, it's after 9. And Sean's out of breath. He's like, fuck, Grandpa, the kids. And he's able to blurt out, Peter did the ritual. And Grandpa's like, I'll be right there. So, dun, dun, dun.
I'm trying to release my tadpole.
On my
It's
way.
after 9.
Back at the beach, Dylan, Veronica, and Mike check to make sure Danny is in fact dead.
They are dead.
He is dead.
So Dylan, again, dick. I mean, I wrote the same thing in. He's just a dick. He's a dick. He says, let's separate. You go off by yourself, Mike, and V and I will go off by ourselves.
Yeah.
And you get this right away that he's just not a good person. I mean, right away from the beginning of the movie, but boy, does he prove it more and more as we move on.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
Mike just says no one's going alone, like Heather said. So let's all three go. But before they leave the beach, Dylan does bend down and pick up the knife that Mike used to stab Danny. And off they go.
Lauren is walking into the infirmary. Remember, she needs to treat Heather's ear because of the telephone explosion.
Yeah.
But instead, she finds files. I know that this is important, but she finds files that go all the way back to the camp opening, 1945, and lo and behold, there's Heather's name.
Right, and there is one, too, that says Nurse Agatha Good.
Yep.
So she takes the files.
Yeah.
We go to Ben and Ashley. We haven't seen them for a little bit.
Yeah, they're they don't know what's going on.
No, they have no idea that any of this happened. They have no idea Danny's
Big camp.
dead.
They didn't hear any screams.
They have no idea Kelly's dead. They don't know anything. They're just closing up cabins. Not much to this. There is some spooky stuff.
Supernatural shit, like you would see, like paranormal, like doors opening, closing.
Yeah.
Whispers in the wind.
Some lights flickering. Ben's a little freaked out. And they can hear Peter on the public address system.
But they can't make out what he's saying, right?
They could just hear him saying, Ben, Ashley, Ben. And they're like, he's probably just trying to get us to pay for the pizza.
Yes. Ooh, yes.
So they dismiss it. Like, let's just keep going. And we go back to Mike, Dylan, and Veronica with Mike calling after Ben and Ash. Where are you?
And dickhead Dylan's looking at V going, hey, you want to fucking get busy, like.
Can you believe he did that?
I know. And
He's like, let's just go off and have sex somewhere.
yeah, I mean, no.
Veronica's like, I just watched my best friend get murdered, and you want to, take my mind off it? And he's like, yeah, kind of.
She's like, my best friend just died, you motherfucker.
She just punches him in the chest.
Yeah. Mike comes to the rescue. Another skirmish, involving Mike and Dylan. They obviously do not like each other, and I think that's very important to know. They fight. Suddenly, they suddenly hears a Veronica scream.
Yeah, she screams because she stormed away, and we hear Veronica scream. So they run to check that out. We go back to Peter calling on the PA. Ben, Ashley, and Lauren shows up, and it's like, Peter, I have this file, about your mom. Lauren's like, maybe the ritual worked, and that wasn't, maybe that wasn't Danny. Like, you should have seen the look in his eyes. We shouldn't have messed with this stuff. And Peter's like, don't worry about it. There is no Agatha. Just as his mom, Heather, appears in the door and goes, what did you say?
I know.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's like this idea that the records involved bloodletting, which is, I looked up, a historical medical practice that involves withdrawing blood from a patient either by incision or by the use of leeches to treat or prevent illness.
Yeah, they used to do that for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a...
They go back to Mike and Dylan.
yeah, and isn't it like there's a...
He comes upon a clearing with all the jars of blood.
All the jars of blood, and there's a cot
There's a cot there.
covered.
Someone's covered on the cot.
Yeah. And right away, I knew who it was. I mean, I'm not going to play around. I mean,
you can hear some gurgling noises and gross.
And Dylan and Mike both each grab a corner of the blanket.
And it's Veronica. And she's got a whole bunch of stab wounds. And she screams and she actually spits out her own tongue.
Is that the second time we've seen a tongue? This
Yeah, last week we saw one.
Yeah, so this I wrote in my notes, Andy, is this a tongue?
Yeah.
Or a heart? But I was like, it's a small heart.
Yeah, no, last week's episode when in Killer Body Count, when the chick ate poison. And she spit out her own tongue.
Yeah, when Eugene and Tawny.
Yeah, and it was Bree who spit out her tongue.
Yep, that's it. Yay!
Look at us.
Callbacks.
A lot of times after we're done recording here, I'll give you a peek behind the curtain. It deletes out of my brain. I don't remember what I said. I don't remember the names of the people in the movie anymore, and it's gone.
We really don't rehearse. I mean, we don't do anything. This
isn't
all
rehearsed.
Yeah, at all. I mean,
So-
no, edited really. I mean,
But I'll get like a friend or a family member who says, or somebody who listens who'd be like, oh, yeah, it was a funny joke that you guys said. Or Nick's Would You Rather thing was really funny. I was like, I don't recall. What was it?
I don't remember anything. Hey, do you remember that time when Andy said something and you laughed? I was like, which part?
Right.
What? You fucking... But that's
So-
that is a fun behind the scenes, and glad you guys could be a part of it.
I have the list of movies right here in front of me. That's how I was able to remember it this week. So anyway, she spit out her own tongue, and they scream and cut away from that scene.
Yeah, and with cut, scrapes, and bruises all over Heather...
Yeah.
This is what we find. I mean, I kind of wrote the note about how that there was a callback to Heather mentioning what had happened with her and Nurse Agatha.
Agatha.
Yeah.
She's explaining. She's explaining it to Lauren and Peter.
Yeah, that she had cut, scrapes, and bruises all over her body, but her dad thought she was just clumsy.
Right.
She never told anyone that Agatha was using her. Because I guess she thought that she was special and strong enough to undergo her experimental treatments,
Right.
which included bloodletting.
The bloodletting.
Yeah.
Heather says that night was different. Something drew a bunch of the kids into the woods as one. Creepy. And she says when sunrise came, it all seemed to melt away like a dream. So we also see an image of that little girl from the beginning of the movie, sort of off in the... They do a frame and picture type thing. Heather says any memories they have... They all became a shared nightmare, an urban legend, a stupid story, and we all just kind of forgot about it. And then a cop pulls up.
That is awesome, man. I still love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, the cop is concerned. 1987, he got a call, but no reaction. So he's able to, figure out where it was coming from. And Heather just explains right away there's been a murder.
They know each other.
Yeah, of course.
Officer Jerry.
Yeah, Officer Jerry. She's like, there's been a murder. He's like, well, let me call for some backup. And as he turns around to get to his car, it just dies.
The whole car just completely shuts down. Headlights go off. The radio doesn't work.
Yeah, Aga is back home, or rather back at camp.
Yeah.
And, I guess not with the proper nursing degree, Andy.
Dylan and Mike come running up.
Yeah.
Veronica is dead. Her fucking tongue is gone. Ever since we did that damn ritual.
That's it. That's exactly right. You're right. They're starting to, like, the ritual worked.
And they tell Officer Jerry they did the ritual, and Officer Jerry freaks out.
Yes.
And you learn pretty quick. Lauren explains how, well, we all pricked our fingers this time, and Jerry's like, no, I can't let her get me again. So he was one of the kids at camp, along with Heather, when she was a kid, who was off in the woods, just like the story Heather just told a little bit ago.
Exactly. Officer Jerry has checked out. He is...
He's like, nope.
No longer into what's happening.
Not doing it. He's like, he obviously has some PTSD from this. And all of a sudden, Nick, our pizza guy shows up.
Yeah, pizza time, all stone, smoke coming out of the windows.
Just like
hey,
the mystery
guys,
machine.
Yeah, just give me a 20, man. We'll call it even.
Yeah, hey, how you guys doing? Woo! And they all start screaming at him.
And he doesn't know what's going on, but this is... I want to back up and just jump on the same path that you were going down with Jerry.
Yeah, with Officer Jerry.
Officer Jerry pushes everyone aside, pulls out his gun, gets the pizza delivery guy.
He shoots up into the air.
Yeah, grabs everyone's attention.
Yeah.
Cuffs up the delivery guy, throws him in the back, and hauls his happy ass out of there. So Officer Jerry's like... He was so scared right away when he heard Agatha, so just to kind of piggyback onto what you were saying.
Well, he says to Heather, I can't stay here. I can't let her get, good luck. Basically, like, you guys are on your own. Adios. As long as this car is running, I am getting the fuck out of here.
Doesn't even offer to help. I mean, he is like, so that's...
Why didn't he say, like, everybody pile in? It was a station wagon, wasn't it? You just get in here.
It was a big enough car where everybody could have got in and gone to get some help, or at least a few more people.
Well, he's like, absolutely not. And
that's not a good sign.
Before he drives away, he says, it has to die. And we go back to Ben and Ashley in the woods. They hear those gunshots. So this is obviously like maybe 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, and also they're still a little probably freaked out from what happened at the cabin. So yeah, they're kind of of like probably like what's happening?
They're like, oh, it's probably fireworks. And a couple of the kids run past them in the woods.
That would freak me the
They're
fuck
like, what the fuck? These little kids. And they know the kids, obviously. These are campers.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be gone, home. And the kids run past them, get in a circle, and start digging. and they start chanting ex vitam immortalum.
Yeah, evil, dirty kids.
And Ashley's like, what are you kids doing? What's going on? And a bright red light comes out of the ground, and Agatha raises up. But Ben can't see her. Ben's like, Ashley, what do you see? And
He didn't do the prick.
He didn't do the needle prick. And Ashley's like, what the fuck? Oh my God. And the kids all turn and scream and start running after Ben and Ashley. And they start running away.
I love this because the kid on crutches, even though he's a fucking evil freak now, he still has to
Still
use
using his crutches.
I mean,
His foot's hurt.
He's chasing after. He's not missing out on the action.
No.
Ashley unfortunately trips Sandy. The kids catch up to her.
They swarm her and they just essentially tear her apart, right? It's not like a zombie thing. They're not like biting her.
No, they're cracking her head against Mother Earth.
Yeah.
And I don't like this part. Ben tries to make his best friend on camp is dying in front of him, and he tries to do like comedic bits.
Oh, he's like, he's like, you're the reason people hate gingers.
Yeah, and Martha, I had big expectations for you in theater.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the writing.
Yeah, it's like let's make this a comedy horror.
Yeah, why don't you be a sassy gay guy while these children are ripping apart your best friend? Like, come on.
I think it loses a little track here.
A little bit.
Anyway, he finally Ben runs off and he's able to make his way back to camp. And as he's running in, Andy, so are those kids, and chaos just ensues.
So yeah, they get back to the mess hall just again as the pizza guy's driving off, or Officer Jerry rather, driving off, and Ben comes running out of the woods with the kids chasing him. The kids start to like swarm the other counselors. Dylan actually throws one to the ground and stomps him. Doesn't kill him, but knocks him out. And they run into, barricade themselves into the mess hall with the kids swarming.
Yeah, swarming the cabin. It's Ben.
Yeah.
Obviously. Heather.
Yep.
Dylan, Lauren, and Peter.
Right. And they weigh their options. Like, what should we do? And Dylan's like, let's just fucking kill them. They're a bunch of kids. Heather's like, no, they're still in there somewhere. The same thing happened to me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
They're all still in there somewhere. You can't just kill 10-year-olds. Dylan. You suck, Dylan. They're the worst.
They're fanatical trying to get in the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Agatha wants immortal life. She's going to kill anyone who can send her back to hell. And a decision is made within the group that they have to get rid of the kids. They have to, since they can't kill them, they have to at least contain them.
Right. So Mike gets a plan. Do we say Mike's there too? All-American boy Mike?
Yeah, All-American boy there, Mike, yes.
All right, here's what I'll do. I'll lead the kids around the building, and we'll go into the basement, and we'll trap them in there. So Peter's like, all right, I'll help. I'll go out the other way, and I'll run around and unlock the door while you run around the long way, lead the kids into the basement. I'll lock it from that side. Mike gets up the stairs, and they barricade the kids into the basement.
It's a two-person job for sure.
It is, for sure. You know what happens a lot of times in movies when two people volunteer for something that seems high risk?
Oh.
Usually, it means one of them's going to die.
One of them is not going to make it. So that's
spoilers.
What they do.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Mike runs out to distract the kids. They chase after him. Coast is clear. Peter is...
he just have to hit one of them with a bat.
Oh, yeah.
And sends her flying. Yeah. And then he drops the bat.
I don't understand why he drops the bat.
Me neither.
I mean,
Keep your weapon.
Yeah. But I guess maybe he's just like, holy shit, I just fucking bagged a kid in the head.
Well, the kid's not dead.
Yeah.
It's a little girl. She gets up and keeps running
Keeps running up.
Yeah.
Peter gets the door. It's that trope, of course. I can't find the right key. Wouldn't you find the right key before you even go out? But
exactly.
Maybe you don't know what key it is, but he finally gets the door open. He's smart. When he runs down the stairs, kids chase after him. He finds a tarp, hides under it, so the kids go running by.
Keep chasing Mike.
Do the old Scooby-Doo. And Peter goes back upstairs and locks the door. But guess who couldn't get downstairs when all the kids are chasing after Mike?
The kid with the crutches.
Yeah, and this is when he's like, oh, wait, my foot isn't broken.
He throws the crutches down, and he comes running at Peter. And Peter takes off running. It's Tommy is the name of this little kid.
Oh, good.
Peter hides from Tommy in some bushes, and this was creepy because
Agatha... Yes, it was good. You're right.
He's like, breathes a sigh of relief as Tommy runs the other way, and this hand like comes over Peter's face and brushes, and you hear
grotesque.
He freaks out because it's Agatha.
Of course he freaks out. So he takes off running too, and we cut to Mike, who's done his job, and he's making his way. Remember, it's a basement, so you go in one way, you can come outside in the house. He's making his way up the stairs. with the kids on his tail, and it doesn't look like he's gonna make it, but he is they're like, he's just like, close the door. This is just right here. Like
Lauren's like, you're fine, come on. And Dylan's like, grab my hand. And it looked like Mike was going to make it.
He was going to make it.
He kind of broke away.
He broke away and he was running back up.
And he was coming up the stairs and fucking Dylan kicks him in the chest.
He was totally going to make it. It wasn't a question of what did he. No, Dylan fucking killed him.
Dylan, yeah, and then Dylan plays it off like he wasn't going to make it.
Yeah.
We had to do what we had to do.
That was definitely the scene of this. I mean, that was
the worst. So Dylan kicks Mike in the chest down the stairs, and the kids swarm him, and Mike is dead. And that sucks.
Yeah.
They lock the door and barricade it, so Mike's dead. The kids are trapped in the basement. But now Peter is pounding on the front door, and when they open it, like, what's going on? And Peter's like, she touched me. Tommy, that little boy, tackles him. And he's wrestling with Peter, and all of a sudden, Grandpa Gilbert is there with his shotgun. Boom!
Scares the kid off. The kid runs to the edge of the woods, and it's really cool. There's a creepy, fucking tall, like 6'8", skinny nurse, like fucking like looking kind of like the late girl from The Ring, wearing a nurse, tall. She grabs the hand of Tommy, and they both walk off hurriedly back into the woods. So that was good.
So Grandpa's there.
We have to get more of the backstory, Andy. And I kind of like how they tell this story.
Oh, Sean's there too. And Gilbert's like, Lauren, go inside. I want to talk to my family. Peter's freaking out. Why the fuck didn't anyone tell me this was all real? Sean, of course, is like, I tried. I told you not to do the ritual. And Grandpa's like, let's tell the story.
Yeah, so, Heather kind of blames herself for not telling the story. But Peter has a point. He's like, I wouldn't have done this if I would have fucking known.
Yeah, exactly. Peter does have a point. And so Grandpa tells him what happened. It was...
Back in 1945, it was the first summer. They needed a nurse for the camp. His wife, Evelyn, was ill, and no doctor could cure or figure out what was going on with her. So they hired a nurse that promised she could cure Evelyn, but Evelyn never got better. Mm-hmm. And on the night she died, Grandpa and Agatha did penis and vagina stuff.
Agatha comforted Gilbert, and in a moment of weakness, he slept with her.
Yes.
Very similar to Victor Crowley's dad in the Hatchet series. You remember that?
Damn, you're good, dude.
Do you remember that?
No.
It reminded me because in the Hatchet series, when we learned...
Oh, yeah, he went to bang a girl and the fire happened.
The nurse.
Yeah.
It was a nurse that was taking care of Victor Crowley's mom, and the dad, in a moment of weakness, slept with the nurse, and the nurse put the curse on Victor, pregnant mom or whatever. Pregnant mom died, Victor was born, and he was cursed. You remember all that?
God, yes. Now I fucking
This story reminded me of that right away.
That is brilliant.
You remember how I said I delete the movies? Well, they stay in there somewhere.
I usually can go back stuff too, like like especially actors, directors that are kind of connected to some of these films we do now. So definitely do that. And thank you for sharing, Andy.
So
Agatha, though, just had to make a quick note. She was the one that was kind of pushing Evelyn to her death.
That's what Gilbert says. He realized Agatha had been poisoning Evelyn, not actually trying to cure her. So he banished her from the camp.
Agatha wanted to be with Grandpa.
Yeah. She took shelter in the woods, never left the grounds.
Yeah, she would lure the kids into the woods and would collect the blood from the children and hang it in the trees.
Yeah.
This is when Heather's dad, Grandpa Gilbert, discovered Heather in the woods.
Yeah, and he lost it.
Yeah, and he hunted her out of anger.
He chased Agatha down and killed her. And he saw that Agatha had stolen Evelyn's wedding ring.
Took it off her dead corpse.
Took it off her... Yeah,
corpse. Then, I don't think it's a live corpse, but yeah.
Yeah, dead corpse. And then... So when he killed Agatha, he took the ring back, and he buried her in the lowest point of all of Briarbrook, as close to hell as he could get.
Yeah, get her closer to hell.
But it wasn't the end. He let her in, and then Peter brought her back.
So I wrote, there's a little family back and forth, nothing too serious. Lauren interrupts the story because she's curious. She's like, yo, what happened to Ben and Dylan? Because as the story is going on, Ben and Dylan are nowhere to be seen. And this is Dylan. This is an interesting scene for me, Andy. Dylan has dragged Ben into the woods to sacrifice. His mind has taken him to a place where he thinks if he sacrifices a virgin or sacrifices someone to Agatha, they'll leave him alone.
That's Dylan's point of view. Yeah. Maybe she wants this redhead virgin gay boy as a sacrifice. Dylan's messed up brain. He ties Ben to a tree, cuts his hand, and says, say her name. Forces Ben to scream Agatha. And as he goes, louder, and Ben's like, Agatha! And then Dylan kisses him.
Yeah, but it's a passionate, slow kiss.
Dylan kisses Ben right on the lips.
Yeah, and it's a passionate, slow kiss.
And
so is he a closeted homosexual?
I think so.
I agree.
This
Because it wasn't just like a see you in hell. You know, it was like a.
So this would tell me there's a lot of things at play here. This is the movie being a little I don't know, deeper, I guess. Dylan, this is probably one reason why Dylan's so angry.
Yes.
And overcompensating, hitting on all the women.
God, I could not imagine how much anger you would stash inside yourself because
It's 1987.
Yes.
So it's not exactly socially, popular to be gay. And so Dylan, of course, is overcompensating by hitting on all the women all the time. Let's go hook up. Let's have it. My unit's huge, blah, blah, blah. And here he's about to kill Ben, smooches him on the cheeks. And then he stabs Ben in the shoulder, leaves him tied to the tree, screaming, and leaves. And, he's all yours. Agatha, he's all yours. And Dylan leaves.
Yeah, Ben is terrified. Back at the cabin, family, Lauren, sit around the fire. I guess not too concerned about Dylan and Ben.
She says we decided not to go look for him because splitting up didn't work.
It didn't work the last time.
Yeah.
But out of the corner of her eye, Lauren notices some bow and arrows.
Yeah.
And this is also when Grandpa and Lauren have their little connection. Grandpa's sitting outside and having a cigarette.
Yeah.
It's basically, to me, Andy, just a soft moment between Grandpa and probably his soon-to-be future granddaughter-in-law.
If Peter gets married to her,
Yeah, but that's where everyone thinks it's going. I think this is a kind of important setup to be like, everyone likes Lauren. You're really helping Peter go in the right direction. And I'm really proud of what you've done for my grandson.
So Grandpa tosses his cigarette butt down on the ground.
That's a good point to bring up.
And they go inside.
Yep.
And that's when Dylan comes running out of the woods, notices Gilbert's truck is there, slams up against it, gets in, tries to start it. Of course it won't start. And he can see underneath the gas line appears to be cut. And there's drops of gas on the ground. And someone walks up behind him. It's that little kid that he stomped earlier. I forget Dennis, I think is his name.
Yep.
And yes, Dennis.
Great scene.
It's in
Great
my notes.
scene.
I'm
Yeah.
like, it's a Dennis? It's right in my fucking notes. He splashes Dylan with gasoline, and then Dennis picks up the cigarette butt and gives that creepy smile.
I love it.
And lights Dylan on fire. And Dylan's screaming, Dennis! As he burns, and everyone comes running out of the mess hall to see what's happening. Lauren runs up with a fire extinguisher.
I just, real quick note, the effects here are fucking phenomenal.
Amazing makeup.
Keep going, sorry.
Amazing effects.
It was brilliant.
She puts him out with the fire extinguisher.
Definitely want to SlashU.
His skin is all burned to shit. It looks like horrible third-degree burns. Dylan rolls over and just yells, he's like, kill me.
Yes.
Lauren, sort of gets on top of him and goes, where is my brother? Meaning Ben. Because they're both gingers. Where's my brother? And he laughs and he reaches up and touches Lauren's breast and starts acting like he's getting off on it, like, and keep in mind, folks, he's all burned, like his one eye's burned shut, like
it's
his
crazy,
horrible, and he's like, and he, Lauren ends up taking the fire extinguisher and smashing his head over and over and over, and that is my dick kill shot of the week. Dick kill shot of the week.
Dick shot, kill of the week.
Dick shot, kill of the week. And then Lauren looks up, blood splatter all over her face, and goes, now what? No one else mourns Dylan's death at all. None of them seem to care that she just killed him.
I think the
after he
only
was
thing
burned.
I think I would care about was looking at Peter, like looking at his girlfriend, going, "Holy shit! I never want to piss you off."
Nope. Yep. Exactly.
She is covered in blood, and she is ready to fight. So they head back to the cabin. Dylan is no longer there, of course. They hatch a plan. Lauren also decides, I'm not going to wash the blood off my body.
She's covered with Dylan's blood for the rest of the
water
movie.
still works. I mean, I just think, I know we bring that up a lot, and I know it's cool look, but I know the first thing, because the smell, like everything, you'd be like, get this shit off me.
I agree.
Yeah. Grandpa realizes that since Peter did, this is important, that Grandpa realized that Peter felt the touch of Agatha. That means she is alive. She's
corporeal.
Corporeal, yes, good word.
That's what he says.
Yep. And, of course, everyone's like, what's that mean?
It means she can be killed.
Yeah, she can be killed again.
Sean wants to hunt her.
Yeah.
But the only two people left who did the ritual, and therefore the only two people who can see her, are Peter and Lauren.
Great point.
So they're like, we'll be bait. And Lauren's like, maybe she wants the wedding ring because you took it away from her after she stole it from your dead wife. Maybe she wants that. Like, okay, as good a thing as anything. As good a strategy as any that we have right now. And Peter's like, we'll be bait. We'll hunt her. And the others are like, you're not going to do it alone. And one by one, Sean, Heather, and Gilbert all prick their fingers and say, Agatha.
Agatha.
So now they're under the spell as well.
Grandpa stands up and makes a statement. I have a date.
Yeah, right.
So they all head out to the lake.
Grandpa's like, I was jerking it to porn before all this started. You called me, and here I am. I gotta get home.
I was ready for some tadpole action. Where Kelly, they all head to the lake. Kelly's in Danny's body. I still think that's kind of cool. They're still laying there, dead. I mean, I know it's like,
Sure.
where else would they be, Nick? But it's kind of that just cool, eerie effect. They all separate to take different points, to different points of action so they can kind of see what's going on. This is when Peter professes his love to Lauren, and I kind of went, oh, fuck, because he's
He
like...
tries.
Yeah,
He's like,
but
if we
still.
don't make it tonight, I want you to know.
She's like, shut up, we're going to make it. And right then I know Peter's a goner. I mean, right there. I mean,
Sean calls him over, and he's like, you remember I closed this garage, and it's open now, so she's been here.
Yeah, she's definitely looking for it.
Took some weapons.
Meanwhile, Grandpa's shooting off his gun and screaming Agatha's name.
Yeah.
And just to the point, I guess they, when they're checking out that garage that Andy mentioned, they hear Ben.
You can hear Ben screaming.
Yeah.
He was tied to a tree.
Yeah, but is it Ben?
Well, even Peter says, like, can't witches, like, steal your voice or something? And Lauren's like, it's my brother. You're like, we got to go check it out. It could be a trick, but we have to go. So off they go. Running towards Ben's voice. Peter first. And they're running. And they're running a little faster. And you can hear Ben screaming, I can see her. She's right in front of me. Hurry, come quick, come quick. And the yelling, Ben's yelling gets a little too on the nose for me. Like, I'm right around the corner. I'm right here by this tree.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? And as Peter comes running, I see him and comes running up. An arm shoots out from behind the tree with a hatchet and slashes Peter in the throat.
Yeah.
And then you hear Agatha go, and run away.
Yep. I thought this would have been a good part, like as Sean and Lauren are over his body, like Lauren realizes that she maybe still wants to be with the family, so she looks up at Sean and winks and licks her lips.
You're next, brother.
You're next, brother.
No, Sean says to Peter, like, it's okay, bro. We're good. And Peter dies.
Yep, he is. God, that one kind of, I was like, wow, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Back with Grandpa, he's standing on a pier. And without looking at his daughter, he's asking us, do you see anything? She doesn't say anything.
She stops answering him.
She stops answering him. And when he realizes that she's no longer, replying to his questions, he turns around and there's Agatha.
Agatha's got Heather with a hatchet to her neck. And Gilbert starts, okay, don't do it. Don't do anything. He puts down his gun. I'm the one you want. You're mad at me.
Yes.
Don't do anything to my daughter. Blah blah blah. Takes the wedding ring off of his neck. Do you want it, Agatha? Give me your hand. I'll give you the ring.
She seems stoked.
She is happy about it. She reaches out her hand. He drops the ring in her hand, but it's not the right ring, Nick. It's some other ring. And just as Agatha realizes this is the wrong ring, an arrow hits her right in her shoulder.
Go, Lauren.
Because it's Lauren from way over.
She's
some
like
other
covered like
boom.
in blood.
She's
Camo.
fucking Rambo First Blood here.
Fucking A,
Yeah.
dude. She hasn't wiped any blood off. And
Which is great. And they all sort of, at once, Heather jumps into Gilbert's arms, and then I think Agatha picks up the hatchet and whacks Gilbert. Or no, he's slashed,
hits him in the arm. Yeah.
hits him in the arm, and he goes to grab it out of his arm, and Agatha picks up the shotgun.
And literally and figuratively, fucking, I'll put it this way, a good honorable mention, dick shot kill of the week.
Gilbert goes, bury me at Briarbrook.
And he shoot, his head explodes. It's rad.
Shoots him in the head.
Just fucking chunks of blood and meat just blow everywhere.
Yep.
Sean runs down and is able to knock the gun out of Agatha's hand. And when she falls to the ground, the family decides they'll take turns beating her to death.
Well, Heather hits her with the hatchet. I think Lauren stomps on it to kick her, and she's laying on the ground cackling, and Lauren's like, bring all our friends back, do some ritual or something. And she's just laughing and laughing. So Lauren takes an arrow and loads it up in her bow and arrow and shoots Agatha right in the chin.
Yep.
Ending it.
Ending
Chin
it.
into her head.
She's dead. They decide to chop up her body in pieces.
The sun's coming up at this point.
And it's great because the sun's coming up, very similar scene.
Yep.
And they're like, let's just dump her full body in the lake and tie it to rocks. And Lauren's like, no, let's chop it up in pieces because we don't want anything happening like that kid at the end of Friday.
I loved that.
Yeah.
I don't want her coming back like that kid at the end of Friday.
So that's what they do. And in the morning, it's Sean, Heather, and Lauren, our survivors.
Yep.
And Lauren and Sean take this canoe out into the lake and dump party parts in the water.
You would think, Nick, that science would want to study that corpse since it had been
very good.
It had been buried in the woods for 42 years.
Again, another reason that U is in /U, because I think that is a good point.
A reanimated corpse came out of the ground and regained physical form, not decomposed. You'd think science would want to be like, let's study that.
This is 1987. Let's just say MTV, Diet Coke, and like cocaine.
And Max Headroom. And yeah. Well, anyway.
There's a cop that pulls up. He's been informed because Ben is still alive. I'm sorry. A cop pulls up and
he's got Ben in the car.
Ben in the car. So the great news.
Ben's like, I managed to fix the phone. Call the cops again.
Good on Ben.
I just love this cop. Looks at all of them and goes, "Does anyone need medical attention?"
Yeah, they're all
covered in blood and various injuries, and they just look at the cop and he goes, "Okay, I'll call for someone." And he looks over and sees Gilbert's dead body over there with no head.
Yeah,
and he goes, "What the hell happened here?" And the camera zooms in on Lauren, and she gets wide-eyed.
Yes.
And she goes, and then title card.
Roll credit. She came from the woods, part 2. Like, I don't think I could do that because it is.
Agatha's
I want to know what Lauren was looking at, but we don't see it. Andy said, roll credits.
What Agatha's spirit was possessing Lauren.
What happened to the kids?
Oh, yeah, they got to round up all the kids.
I wrote that at the end, so I wasn't the only one.
The kids got to come out of the woods. Like, what's going on?
They're in a basement, aren't they?
Yeah, I want to see. That's right. They're all in the basement.
With Mike's dead body.
Dennis is like, did I set someone on fire? And Tommy's got to be like, where are my crutches? You know?
I can't be waiting. He's not going to be able to move. So, sticking with the theme of the 80s, on a scale of 10 Chuck E. Cheese pizzas to 20 Chuck E. Cheese pizzas, what would you give this? Wait. The pizzas are covered in mouse semen.
Of course. Mouse semen. Oh, from Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I'm going to give this, I guess.
10 to 20 Chuck E. Cheese pizzas.
I'll give it a solid, like, 16, 17.
I think this would be a 1 in a lot. This doesn't happen a lot. I think I'm going to go up. I'm going to get one mouse semen covered pizza in front of you and go 17.
Yeah?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, it's definitely...
We don't do a lot of supernatural, but I like the 80s. I like the story. The gore was present. I like this guy, Eric Bloomquist. I enjoyed Founders Day, so I'm interested. I hope he continues
Me too.
Doing stuff.
Me too. This was a fun one. Again, the concept of a movie that's made in modern times, set in the 80s. So you get modern-day special effects with the old-timey...
Because I'm sure I don't think this would have been a big budget, so good on you. Hey, why don't we get into that motherfucking kill count? This should be good.
All right, kill count. All right, we have the first kill of the movie, your Dick Shot Kill of the Week. Kelly, and that was with Danny, who was possessed, beating her to death with a rock.
I got her a double. That was my double dick kill.
Followed by Danny. Oh, you count them both?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, because they stabbed Danny. Like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
A quick reaction. I loved it.
Then Veronica, who was, I guess, stabbed all over the place with by the kids and spit out her own tongue. Ashley got torn apart by those same kids. Man, those kids got to live with that. They did this.
Do you think they would remember? Well, obviously they do because
Heather explained and Jerry explained that they remembered being, hijacked more or less by Agatha. So those kids are gonna need therapy. Mike, poor Mike, running through the basement. Fucking Dylan kicked him down the stairs, sealing Mike's fate. Followed by Dylan, my Dick Shot Kill of the Week. Set on fire.
Good one.
And then his head smashed by a fire extinguisher.
Great one.
Peter, poor Peter, just running after, hoping to help his friend Ben and gets cut in the throat.
His soon-to-be brother-in-law. I mean, again, they were getting married.
Grandpa Gilbert is shot in the head with a shotgun. Kapow! It explodes. And then Agatha?
Yes.
I mean, she died. They chopped her up.
She was
threw her in the lake. Corporeal.
She was a corporal.
4, 5, 6,
in the army.
8, 9.
That's a good one. So,
9.
Definitely one worth checking out. You definitely
I love it. Go watch She Came from the Woods.
Check that out. But hey, next week, Andy, it's the last of our camp movies, which I think has been fun.
I agree.
I've enjoyed it. But what's cool too, though, listeners of /U, all 5 of you, Shark Week is back.
Coming up.
We're gonna do Shark Week. And I always have good time with those too, Andy. But
we got one more summer camp.
We still have one more from a long one, 2021, 2 hour, 5 minutes.
It's called Bloody Summer Camp.
Yeah, what's it about, Andy?
In 1986, Counselors at Camp Trustfall have stalked and murdered one by one by a killer wearing a devil mask. The mystery revolves around whether the killer is the legendary Camp Boogeyman or someone else with a personal vendetta. This one's got Felissa Rose and
friend of the podcast.
Yep.
Friends of the podcast, Felissa Rose and Mr. Dave Sheridan.
Dave Sheridan's in it, directed by David Kerr. 2 hours and 5 minutes though, Nick. That's a lot longer than our usual movie.
I was thinking, and was even thinking about putting this in my notes right away, because when I saw it, is this the longest film we've done?
I think it was either this or one of the Terrifiers, because I think Terrifier 3 was over 2 hours.
Right. Yeah, but this is very rarely happens on campus where we go for a 2-hour movie.
It's difficult, but we will somehow manage to reel that one in and cover it in about an hour if we can. So
yeah, stay with us on that one. But I had a great time. We kept this one at an hour and 5, even with end credits.
Follow.
I really do enjoy the video stuff too.
Yeah, we're new to YouTube with video content.
We gotta say, this is good shit. I like it. Our new social media manager is fucking killing it.
Follow us on Instagram, /U_podcast. Check out the show on Facebook as well, /U podcast. Email us, /UPodcast@gmail.com. We're on TikTok as well with clips from our episodes. Again, just starting out. I have a few posted up there. Some of them are audio only because we've only been doing video a short time. But listen, if you're listening now, you're in on the ground floor, baby.
Yes.
You get to watch this sucker grow as we evolve and figure out how to do the video stuff. So thank you for listening.
We do. Yeah, thanks. That was good. Right on, Andy. That was nice. Nux. All right.
Tell a friend. And that's all I got. What about you?
I'm good.
All right. Until next time, class dismissed.